All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Savers Alert Products and Selling Strategy for Savers Marketing. My name is Joseph Luca, and I'm the Customer Sales Team Leader, Trainer, and Coach here at Tunstall. This is the last training session that we're having on the Savers Alert Products and Selling Strategy. The session will last approximately an hour. We'll divide this session into two sections. Section 1 will be an overview of the products you'll be able to offer your customers, followed by a brief Q&A. And then Section 2 will cover the selling strategy and how to position the best device for your customer, again, followed by a brief Q&A. Because this session is being recorded, I've muted all conversations. If you have any questions during the Q&A section, I will take the mute off and you can feel free to ask any questions you may have. So we're going to dive right in. Savers Alert Products. Savers will offer 4 unique medical alert systems, each designed with specific features to fit your customer's lifestyle and needs. They range from a traditional in-home landline system to a mobile alert system with GPS and fall detection. Whether your customer spends extended periods of time alone in their home or are frequently out and about, you can offer a medical alert system that will support their lifestyle and not limit it. Information on all Savers Alert products will be available at www.saversalert.com. The first product that we're going to take a look at is for in-home use with a landline. This is called a VI Plus. I'm going to refer to it as just the VI. This is a traditional medical alert system with a modern contemporary style. The VI service includes a VI unit and a pendant which can be worn either around the neck, around the wrist, or on a belt. The standard pendant can be replaced with the IVI Intelligent Pendant with fall detection, and we'll go over that pendant in just a moment. The VI is an excellent choice for people who have long-term health conditions, live alone, have limited mobility, or have mental, physical, or sensory impairments. The VI system is compatible with landline telephone services and some bundled cable services. Some of the bundled services that this is compatible with would be the ATT UVerse systems, FiOS analog services only, Lifeline cable, Time Warner cable, Comcast cable, Cox Communications, or Charter cable. This device is not compatible with phone services that are voice over IP systems, such as Vonage or Magic Jack Plus, or UMA. Some of the key features with the VI is that it has a 30-hour backup battery. There's a two-way voice communication via the base unit. The base unit basically works like a two-way speakerphone. All of our systems have immediate connectivity to our 24/7 emergency response center. Our pendants for the VI system is water resistant, and as I said before, it has 3 wearing options. They can either wear it around their neck, around their wrist, or on a belt clip. The pendant is water resistant, so it's something that they can certainly shower with or do dishes with. We just don't recommend that you submerge it in water for more than 30 minutes at anything more than a meter deep. The pendant for this device has a range of 390 feet from the base unit. So that, to illustrate that for you, that's larger than a football field in any direction from the base unit. So this is a perfect system to have a customer be covered anywhere in their home. We're going to move on to our fall detection pendant. This is an upgrade for the VI. This would replace the standard activator pendant that comes with the system. The IVI is recommended for people who are at high risk of falls, whether they have muscle weakness, low blood pressure, a neurological condition such as Parkinson's disease, or they just in general feel like they may be at risk for falling. We have 2 classifications for this pendant. If the user is over 5'2", they can wear this either as a pendant around their neck, on their belt, or as a brooch clip connected to their shirt. However, if they're under 5'2", they can only wear this as a pendant around their neck. And the reason for that is the way this is calibrated to detect falls. It's programmed for those two differences in heights. Some of the key features with the IVI is it has adjustable fall sensitivity, and it's customizable to suit all individuals. The IVI has a convenient cancel button that enables the wearer to cancel a fall activation if assistance is not required, and this eliminates any sort of unnecessary calls. This has a supervised replaceable battery that offers a low battery alert and easy maintenance. This is so our emergency response center can notify the user that their battery is low and they're going to be sending them out a replacement. There's a visual and audio alert which notifies and provides reassurance to the user that the IVI has detected a fall. As you can see, it has a standard gray cover, and this reduces the chance of any accidental button presses. And again, this pendant is water resistant, designed to be worn in the shower or the bath. We're going to move on to our next in-home unit. This is called the in-home cellular unit, the Cell MXD. Now, to avoid any confusion, I typically refer to this as a wireless device. This has nothing to do with a cell phone. And when you explain this to a potential customer, they can kind of get a little confused and assume that this has something that connects to their own personal cell phone. So you just want to make sure that you clear that up out of the gate. This is very similar to our VI system, but again, this is for someone who either doesn't have a standard landline telephone or just doesn't have a phone in their home at all. So it has many of the same features and benefits of the VI. Some of the differences is this system has a 60-hour backup battery as opposed to a 30-hour backup battery for the VI. This also has, again, two-way voice communication via the base unit. This operates on a cellular network. It actually operates on the AT&T 3G cellular network. When we discuss this with customers, typically we just tell the customers that this works on a cellular network or a 3G network, and that's to avoid any sort of bias with any particular brand. Some people just, for whatever reason, they may not like AT&T, so they may just assume that this is not a good product and they won't want it. So just to avoid any sort of bias with that, we typically just say that it works off of a cellular unit, network rather. However, if they press, it's fine to tell them that this works on the AT&T network. And if there is any sort of that bias towards the brand, you can explain to them that this works not on just their voice network. This also works on their data network, and the 3G network is a very robust network, which would allow calls to come through and signals to come through to our emergency response center better than just a standard cell phone call. This system is compatible with what is called the MyActive Fall Detector, which we'll go into in just a minute. The pendant on this device has a range of up to 600 feet from the console. Now, you have to keep in mind that you have to be kind of aware of your surroundings when you're talking to a customer about this. I like to use, for an example, if they live in an apartment complex, and they want to make sure that they're covered, say if they go down to their laundry room, that may well be within that 600 feet range. But you have to take into account that in an apartment complex, the signal is going to have to pass through concrete walls, reinforced steel. So we want to make sure that they test that range before they assume that they're covered with that distance, because it is a radio frequency signal, and those signals can be interrupted with things like concrete walls and steel and things like that. One other thing with this system is that this system does need to be placed close to a window with the antenna up for best reception. Now we're going to move on to the fall detection pendant for the Cell MXD. This is called the MyActive. The MyActive alert with fall detection works with the Cell MXD, replacing the standard personal activator. The MyActive alert features a standard help button and automatic fall detection technology. And just like the IPI, this is recommended for people who are at high risk of falls, whether they have muscle weakness, low blood pressure, or neurological conditions such as Parkinson's disease. This is a pendant only, and there's no height restrictions or requirements for it. Again, there's the range of 600 feet. This has a 12 to 18 month expected battery life. It has a supervised battery. So again, our emergency response center would be notified if the battery signal was getting weak, and we would send a replacement out to the customer. This sends a unique signal based on the action. So it will send a signal it will send one signal if there's a button press, and it will send a different signal if it has detected a fall. There's also an auto cancel feature for the fall detection. So all they have to do is simply stand up and walk 3 steps to cancel a fall detection signal, and that could be, maybe they went down to tie their shoe and it set the fall detection off. So they just simply have to stand up and take 3 steps, and we'll cancel the call. And again, this pendant is water resistant, so it's designed to be worn in the shower or the bath. We're going to move on to our mobile alerts now. Our first mobile alert is called the Bell. The Bell is a small, lightweight, mobile personal emergency response system that enables seniors and individuals with special needs to live independently and call for help anytime, anywhere in the U.S. where there's cellular coverage. The Bell is recommended for people who live an active lifestyle and have a predictable routine, whether they're going to the grocery store or running errands or visiting friends or family nearby. This is a great device that will allow the subscriber to maintain that independence. Some of the key features with the Bell is that there's a simple one-button access that will quickly connect the subscribers to our emergency response center. There's two-way communication via the pendant. It has a 30-day standby battery. Again, this device works on the AT&T 3G network. This has 911 backup calling, which provides an extra level of protection for the subscriber. So they can either press one button to connect to our emergency response center, or they can press another button to connect to 911. Again, the system is water resistant, designed to be worn in the shower or the bath, and it has a user-friendly docking station that lets subscribers know that the device is properly docked and can be located next to the bed for charging and easy access to help at night. Our next mobile alert device is called the Mobile Mate. This mobile alert has GPS and location-based services as well. This is a safety device that allows subscribers to remain active and independent at home or on the go. The Mobile Mate operates on the AT&T cellular network, and again, it features GPS and location-based technology. This also has an optional automatic fall detection capability for the subscriber. The Mobile Mate, this is recommended for people who live a very active lifestyle. They're out and about on a regular basis. They're traveling, and they may maybe go for walks in the woods or hiking. With this system, if they signal in and they're not exactly sure where they are, because it has GPS and location-based technology, our emergency response center will be able to locate them and get help to them as soon as possible. The fall detection option can be added upon request of the subscriber, and there's no new equipment needed. It's something that can be activated from our emergency response center. Some of the other key features, again, it's a simple one-button access that immediately connects subscribers to our emergency response center. This has visual indicators which allow easy identification of charging status and network coverage. Again, two-way communication via the unit itself. Audio messages which announce the call progress and status to the subscribers. And again, this works on the AT&T 3G network for enhanced reliability. So we've gone over all of the products that we have, and I'm going to take the conversation off of mute. So if anyone has any questions, please feel free to let me know. And if you have any questions on the devices, we can go over that now. And if you're all set, feel free to let me know you're all set as well. Okay, if there are no questions, I am going to move on to the next section. This is going to be covering the selling strategy. The Savers Alert selling strategy. To make each sales interaction excellent, we must use the simple premise that in order to create an effective sales experience, It's important to find out as much information as possible about the customer. Customize and personalize your interaction based on this information, and then offer the appropriate products or solution. I know I don't need to say this, but always ask for the sale. The first quadrant of the selling strategy is called Earn the Right. What we're going to cover here is basically be familiar with the full range of monitoring solutions and demonstrate this knowledge by asking informed, probing questions that will help earn the customer's respect and trust. Some things to remember is obviously come prepared with brochures or frequently asked questions when visiting your customer. Engage your customer in conversation. What I'd say is the most important is use language that your customer can understand. Don't use any company jargon. And what I mean by that is you've all gone through this training, so you know what a VI is, you know what an IVI is, you know what a bell is. The customer is not going to know that. So it's important that we go through all of the information on these devices to make them comfortable with the device and not overwhelm them. Basically, it's just remember your audience. The underlying premise of this quadrant is simply just to listen to your customer. Once you've earned the right to talk to your customer, you can then try to understand the need. Understand the need. In order to be proactive in helping customers make decisions about what personal emergency response system they need, it's important to know what qualifying questions to ask and how to use this information gathered. Use visual cues to interpret your customer's potential needs and ask questions that will help them make informed decisions. Some of the questions that you should ask would be, do you live alone? Is getting older and less independent becoming a growing concern? You can ask them to tell you about some personal safety issues that are most important to them. And this is a good area to go over the fact that this doesn't have to just be medical needs. This can go into home safety as well. If a customer wakes up in the middle of the night and they smell smoke, they can signal in with our emergency response center to let them know, and our emergency response center can send the fire department. If they wake up because they hear glass breaking and they think someone's trying to break into their home, they can again signal into our emergency response center to get the authorities there to help out with that situation as well. We want to make sure that we keep this a positive. For a lot of customers, it's hard for them to accept that they need a medical alert device. And what we want to do is we want them to understand that this isn't going to slow them down. This isn't going to cramp their lifestyle at all. If anything, this is going to help them maintain their independence longer. Make sure that you make note of the answers to your questions. And once you understand what the customer needs, you can move on to make a recommendation. Make a recommendation. Use all the tools and product knowledge available to properly match products to what you've learned about your customer. Present your recommendation by highlighting how the chosen product or products can benefit their specific needs. Use the conversation with the customer to suggest the correct system. If your customer doesn't have a landline, suggest the cell, MXD, or the bell or the mobile mate. If they're active and looking for security outside their home, suggest the bell or the mobile mate. And what I mean by this basically is don't overwhelm the customer with information that doesn't pertain to their needs. So if the customer makes it clear to you that they just want something to cover them strictly in the home, you certainly don't need to go into a full press with the mobile options. And the reverse is true with that as well. If they say that they want something that they can take anywhere they go, then you really don't need to go into explaining what the in-home devices do. We want to make sure that you explain the features and benefits of the system and all the accessories that you're recommending to the customer. Provide valuable details of the system and any and all additional items. And we want to make sure you cover all costs, billing, and delivery details completely and accurately. Now, as far as costs go, or billing, I should say, savers will do quarterly billing, and they can pay with either a credit card or direct debit, and their delivery options are either going to be second-day delivery or ground. Now, once you've made the best recommendation for your customer based on the information that you gathered during your conversation, you can now complete the sale. complete the sale. At this point, it's in your best interest and the customer's best interest to ask for the sale. You can certainly create a sense of urgency to place the order by asking if you can place the order today, and you can use a hard close to get the sale. An example of this, which I'm sure you all know, would be something along the lines of, let's complete your order today. I can have this order processed for you today so that the unit is shipped to you as quickly as possible. We want to leave nothing to speculation. We want to make sure that we confirm all details of the system that they choose. When asking for the sale, refer to your recommendations. You can tell the customer that, based on what you're telling me, you have a very active lifestyle and you're planning on doing a lot of traveling. So because of that, I would suggest the mobile mate. It just shows that you're listening to the customer and you're understanding their needs. What I'm going to go over here really quickly is the processing time for the orders. Because once the sale is completed, we want to make sure the customer understands the next steps. The processing time for the orders is this. All orders have to be submitted to Tunstall by Savers by 11 a.m. So Savers has a 24-hour processing time. And then here at Tunstall, we have a 24 to 48-hour processing time to program the unit. And then it's the delivery time, which again is either second-day delivery or just standard ground. It's important to let the customer know that they'll get a call from a member of the Tunstall team with information on the delivery of their device. We'll also take over in an account management role excuse me, to assist the customer with installing the device and making sure that the device is activated, and again, to guarantee satisfaction. Obviously, we want to make sure that we thank the customer for the sale. I don't need to say how important that is. But it's good to know that there are many competitors for customers to choose from excuse me, when selecting a personal emergency response system. Make sure your time with your customer stands out from the rest. Ensure time spent with them is memorable in a positive way. Now, do we have any questions at all about any part of the selling strategy? Well, if you do have any questions, please feel free to reach out to your marketing director at Savers or send an email to info@saversalert.com. So I hope this covers any and all questions you have on the Savers Alert products and selling strategy. I want to thank you all for your time. And if you have any questions, again, feel free to reach out to the marketing director or info@saversalert. Oh, we have a question. Is this product Medicaid approved? Just want to make sure I'm reading that right. This is all of these systems are private pay. So this is something that the subscribers would have to pay out of pocket for. They can certainly contact their insurance provider to see if there's any sort of reimbursement on the back end, but they would have to pay for this out of their own pocket. Does anyone else have any questions? Okay, I want to thank you all for your time, and good selling. Good luck out there. Have a great day. Thank you very much.